Good afternoon, card community. It is RJ, and it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. Hooray! Loud cheers, applause, mass hysteria, people rushing the field because the Phillies are going to the World Series. Actually, wait a second. That didn't happen. Anyway, yeah, I blew that one, didn't I? So, all right, let's get to it. Trivia and great prizes, shall we? All right. So Monday's question harkens back to the 2001 American League Division Series between the Oakland Athletics and the New York Yankees. And late in the game, the Athletics had a man on first, and batter ripped one down the line, and the runner on first tried to score, but was thrown out, not by an awesome peg from the outfield. The outfielder missed the cutoff man, and it looked like the guy would score easily, but Derek Jeter, for whatever reason, decided to cover the the area between first base and home plate, just in case the outfield throw was an errant throw, I suppose. Anyway, he was there, grabbed the ball, flipped to the catcher, who, in an amazing tag, frankly, Posada's tag was freaking amazing. He whipped his glove back and caught the back calf muscle of the runner as it was coming down on the plate. Just before it hit the plate, Posada put the tag on the back calf muscle of the runner, and that's how they got him out. It's an amazing play, still talked about and shown multiple times. My question to you was, who was the runner? Now, everybody knew that it was Giambi. What everybody did not agree on is which Giambi. This is the 2002 Topps card of both Jeremy and his brother Jason. Jason Giambi obviously being the more known one. And you can see Jason Giambi is depicted on the Yankees. That is because he was traded to the Yankees during the off-season. If you can see, he is with the Athletic. He was with the Athletics in 2001. Therefore, he was with the team. Here is Jeremy. If you look at the back of the card, you can see he was with the Athletics. So both Giambi brothers were on the Athletics. So which one was tagged out? The answer is Jeremy. Let's take a look at the play, shall we?
Doesn't have a stolen base the entire season, so you're not going to run, you're not going to hit and run, you got to wait for a gapper. That is fair, down the right field line. Giambi on his way to third, and they're going to wave it.
Note the uniform number as number 7. Note the uniform number is number 7, Giambi. Take a look at the face right here. Right. Wait till he turns to the camera. That is not Jason Giambi. That is, let me exit out of this guy here. That is Jeremy Giambi. Uniform number 7 in your program. That's the guy. Jeremy Giambi was your answer. Now the individuals up on the screen right here. This one here. The individuals up on the screen here were kind enough to throw out a guess for this question. I'm going to pause right there, let you see all the names. I will say this. There's a newbie here, a man named Matthew Heaton. I do not know who Matthew Heaton is. In other words, if he has a YouTube channel, it has escaped me. He did not include it in his email to me. So if Matthew wins, I'll have to reach out and get his contact information. The prize you were playing for on that one was this Frank Robinson 2021 manufactured patch relic. 2021 Topps Baseball Series 2. This is one of the Series 2 inserts. 70 years of Topps. Frank Robinson. I actually own the whole set of those manufactured packages from 2021. I thought they were pretty darn cool. It's the only manufactured patch set I went out of my way to acquire because I thought it was so cool. Anyway, so again, the individuals on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. And on my channel, as we are wont to do, we will shuffle once and spin. You must hit 3 times on my channel to win. I do that because I like to, only a few people ever answer. This day was 15. That's a pretty good number. If I get, above 10, that's a pretty good showing. So I don't want to spin once and be done with it. I like to draw out the suspense a little. So that's why I say you must hit 3 times. So good luck to everybody. And here we go. Absolutely nothing interesting this week. A lot of times there'll be some interesting things. Oh wait, that's right. What was interesting? The Phillies choked. There's been so much ink written about the Phillies losing, more so to me, I think, than the fact that the other 2 teams, the Diamondbacks and the Rangers, actually won and are in the World Series. And today is Sunday as I'm filming this. And the series is tied at 1 game apiece. Very exciting. I'm a huge baseball fan, a baseball-only fan, so I'm the kind of guy who wants I want the series to go to a full 7 games. So Diamondbacks and Rangers, that is who is playing. And again, like I said, tied at 1 game apiece. People are going to be asking forever, why did the Phillies lose? Why did the Phillies lose? It really is a simple answer, but people try to find this. For whatever reason, the sports writers try and find the exact reason why it happened. Oh yeah, this person had an issue. This person had a problem physically. This person did that. No, baseball. Anybody who knows the game of baseball knows that players go in slumps. Every year, a player has a slump at one point in the season. It just so happened, that's 3 from Mike Line TV, I believe. Hang on a second. Yeah, Mike. Congratulations to Mikey. I'm going to send you out this fantastic Frank Robinson manufactured patch card. Congrats to you, sir. We'll get back to the Phillies story in a little bit. No rush on that. All right, so Wednesday's question, still keeping with the playoff kind of format, I asked a question about in the 1980 National League Championship Series. This was back when it was a best-of-5 playoff format. The original championship series between the winners of the East and West in baseball was only a 5-game series. I can't remember exactly when it switched. It was like in the mid-'80s. They went to a 7-game format. As I'm sitting here, I don't know the exact year. Anyway, the Phillies were playing the Houston Astros in what was considered by many one of the best league championship series ever, because 4 out of the 5, it went the full 5 games, and 4 out of the 5 went into extra innings before they decided. Before a winner was determined. And it was the Phillies, because they went on to win the World Series that year, of course. So I mentioned that late in the game, this is the 8th inning, Nolan Ryan's still pitching. So with Nolan Ryan pitching, the Phillies mounted a rally. And the rally started with a player at bat. He was working the count, and then he hit a single. Just a little single up the middle, bounding ball somewhere. The next batter up, first pitch swinging, cranked one that glanced off of Nolan Ryan's glove and went towards the third baseman, and they were unable to recover and get the guy at first base. It was actually a fairly slow runner, but because of the odd nature of the rebound, they were unable to complete the play. So you got men at first and second now. Next batter up, laid down a bunt, first pitch. Perfect bunt on AstroTurf down the third base line, no play. Now you have bases loaded and nobody out. And Nolan Ryan pitching. And it happened in the span of 3 pitches in like a blink of an eye. So I said, who were those 3 batters who got hits on 3 consecutive pitches? The answer started with Larry Bowa. Larry Bowa was the one who did the bounding single, got on first. Next up, the slow runner was catcher Bob Boone, who was aching a pair of really bad knees by this time in the season. Bob Boone was the one who ripped it off of Nolan Ryan's glove. And then our bunter, the person who laid down the absolutely gorgeous and perfect bunt, Greg Gross, who at this time had been inserted as your left field defensive replacement for Greg Luzinski. So those were your three hitters. Those were the three batters who did it. Boom, boom, boom. And everybody up on here was kind enough to throw out a guess for that one. Mike Line TV did not throw out a guess, so you're good there. The prizes you're playing for. A couple cool cards from the late 80s. Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan's 1988 scorecard and the 1989 Upper Deck rookie card of Gary Sheffield, who a lot of people are kind of on the fence about regarding Hall of Fame status. I think he does deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. 500 home runs is one of those numbers that when you accumulate it, it testifies to your greatness. And Sheffield didn't have a spectacular career in the sense that, you know, he led the league and everything all the time, or he's a legendary guy, but he certainly did enough that he warrants a Hall of Fame membership. So these are the two prizes, two cards that are given away on this one. And again, everybody else on here was kind of throw out a guess. So, well, as always, we shuffle once and spin. So good luck to everybody here. So again, getting back to the Phillies, there really isn't anything you can point to as, you know, this happened. This is the reason. This was the trigger, and now you can fix it. You can't fix it. Players just went into slump. I mean, they go in slumps. The Phillies, unfortunately, went in their slump during the last 4 games of the frickin' playoffs. You know, they were just pitiful. They couldn't hit. And Bryce Harper was striking out regularly. Now, to Bryce's point, I mean, to be fair to Bryce, the pitchers began pitching around him. He was so hot. They began pitching around him, and he wasn't getting anything to hit. But at the same time, when he did get something to hit, he missed it. So that was a problem. Schwarber was not hitting at all, although he had a couple hits towards the end, but they weren't home run bombs that we expect. They were just, you know, singles, little knocks here and there. Trey Turner was absolutely chasing everything down and away. It was hard to watch Trey Turner swing towards the end of the playoffs there. It was just really, really ugly. And then Nick Castellanos as well. Nick had a phenomenal early part of the playoff run. He was unstoppable, home runs left and right. And they made a big stink about the fact that he was the first person in the history of postseason play to have back-to-back games where he hit multiple home runs. You know, and I look at that as like, well, that's interesting, but so what? We're trying here to get to the World Series and win. That kind of crap doesn't impress me. They were always also, they were doing a tally every time. Oop, Tommy Markwell got that one. So, Tommy, I think you won last week too. So, there you go. You're going to get these cards. A little highlight to last week's winners. I have been negligent in sending out your cards from last week. So, if you're looking for your prizes from last week and you're wondering where they are, I still got them on my table here. So I'm going to have to make it a point to spend some time today getting all of these things out. You know, my apologies for that, but that's the truth right there, guys. So, anyway, moving on to Friday's thing. Fewer people tend to put out guesses as the week goes on. So here we are on Friday. I'm down to 8, but that's okay. It makes it a little bit more palatable to those who are still in it. Question on Friday was similar to the question on Wednesday. This was a great. I mentioned that there was a great video you could see highlighting all this. Let me give you the question real quick. I said in the 2022, that means last year, in the 2022 National League Divisional Series, Phillies versus Braves. Spencer Strider pitching in Philadelphia. I believe it was Game 3. And the Phillies proceeded to get 5 consecutive hits on 5 consecutive pitches off of Braves pitching. Strider was actually pulled in the middle of this debacle, but that's where we were. So I said, name the 5 Phillies who got base hits on 5 consecutive pitches. My original post, in fact, the video I think said 6 because, and I'll explain why I thought 6 in a moment, but it was actually 5 pitches. So let's go through what happened. Now, Brandon Marsh, it's the bottom of the Phillies order. Brandon Marsh gets on, and he's on first base. Now, he actually stole second on an errant throw by, well, I shouldn't say he stole second. Spencer Strider threw over to first base to try and keep Brandon Marsh close. The ball went past the first baseman because it was a bad throw by Strider. Brandon Marsh made it all the way to third. So you got Brandon Marsh on third. Bryson Stott comes up. Now, Stott's working the count, and eventually he ropes one down the line for a double. Scores Brandon Marsh 1 run in. First batter with a hit. Brandon Marsh, or Bryson Stott. All right, so you got Bryson Stott on second base now. Kyle Schwarber comes up. Now, Kyle Schwarber was absolutely red hot at the time. So they intentionally walked Kyle Schwarber to get to who? They intentionally walked Kyle Schwarber to get to Rhys Hoskins. Rhys Hoskins was having a terrible postseason. Wasn't he? Had like 1 hit in like multiple at-bats. He was just not a factor at all. So they walked Kyle Schwarber to get to Rhys Hoskins. Men on first and second now. Hoskins up. First pitch fastball right down the middle. Boom. This was his famous bat spike home run, if you paid attention last year. Certainly if you're a Phillies fan, you know all about it. So this is the second pitch. Remember, Schwarber was intentionally walked. Second pitch, first pitch swinging, boom. Next batter up, JT Realmuto was batting third at this time. JT comes up, first pitch, rips a single to left field. Strider gets pulled. Strider's out. All right, Strider is out. You got a man on first right now. 3 runs already in. 3 runs are already in. Actually, no, 4 runs are already in because Hoskins' home run was a 3-run home run, but Brandon Marsh had scored earlier, so it's 4. It's 4. The Phillies have scored 4 runs. So next batter up. Remember, JT's on second. JT's on first base now. Next batter up, Bryce Harper batting fourth at the time. First, the reliever comes out. First pitch fastball to Harper. He tattoos it into the seats for a 2-run home run. Phillies are up 6-1. Next batter up, Nick Castellanos, same reliever. First pitch rips a single to left. The thing just does not stop until Alec Bohm comes up. First pitch was actually just tanked into the ground, and eventually Alec Bohm would pop up to the second baseman. So that was the end of it, but those are your answers. Your answers are Bryson Stott, Rhys Hoskins, JT Realmuto, Bryce Harper, and Nick Castellanos. Those were your 5 players with first pitch swinging, well, who had a hit, 5 consecutive hits on 5 consecutive pitches. There you go. The individuals up here were kind enough to throw out a guess on this one. We will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody here. What you were playing for, and again, another knock on me. I said, here you go. One card each of a bomber from the 2 World Series participants. And again, boy, was I wrong. But Yordan Alvarez, the big bopper for the Astros, and Kyle Schwarber, our perennial 40 home run hitter. Those are your prizes for this one. So good luck to everybody here. I'm going to shuffle one more time just for fun. And let's spin. Good luck. Yeah, so the Phillies just got cold. They just got cold. And then I think Topper, Rob Thompson, the Phillies manager, relied too heavily on people that were out of gas. And a manager needs to know when his pitchers are struggling. And you have to go. At that time, you've got to try the other pitchers. You've got to. You put these guys out here who may be all-stars or, unstoppable relievers, but by the time the end of the season's upon you and their arms are dead, putting them out there is the same gamble as putting a player or pitcher of lesser quality. But at least the guy with lesser quality, he's got a better, he's well rested, you could say. And I think putting out Craig Kimbrell there, the times that Rob Thompson did, was a poor decision, I will say. Anyway, so it wasn't anything anybody did wrong. The Phillies didn't. You can say they choked, whatever, but it was just they got cold at the wrong time. It's that simple. So, good luck to the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. We'll see who wins that. The person who won here was Jeremy Michaels. Congratulations, Jeremy. You'll be getting these 2 awesome cards. These are from this year's Topps Heritage product, 2023 Topps Heritage. You'll be getting those cards. So there you have it, everybody. I got nothing for you as far as a hint to what I'm going to do this coming week because, frankly, I haven't filmed those yet, so I really don't even know. But I'm putting it together on the side here, so we'll talk about it soon. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please consider to like, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. Really do appreciate your support as I try my best to support everybody else in this great card community, all right? Thanks for watching. Take care.